Okay, I'll start by mentioning that when you're going to post a problem like this, if you have to use a / to separate the numerator and denominator of a fraction, you should put parentheses around the numerator and denominator when there's more than one term. Otherwise, someone might interpret it to be this: 1 plus 1, or square root of 2 plus 1 over the square root of 2 minus 1. Okay, if you use a horizontal fraction bar, it's clear cut. So how do we rationalize the denominator? Well, this denominator, we say, has a conjugate, which is the same two terms separated by the opposite sign. And the reason you multiply by that, numerator and denominator, is because when you multiply conjugates, you get a difference of squares, which is easy to calculate, and the radical disappears. So in the numerator, we have square root of 2 plus 1, the quantity squared. And the denominator, we multiply these two together, get a difference of squares. Square root of 2 squared minus 1 squared, 2 minus 1. When you square a binomial, square the first term. That's what this is. Double the product of the two terms. Square the second term. Okay, and that becomes 3 plus 2 radical 2 over 1, or there's the rationalized form of the original expression. And this kind of indicates right here that on a calculator, they both evaluate to the same decimal approximation. Now, why do we rationalize denominators? Well, because in the old days before calculators, if you had to get a decimal approximation, which one of these, the square root of 2 is approximately 1.414. So if you needed to get a decimal approximation for this expression, which calculation would you rather do by hand? This one, which would require you to go like this: 0.414 divided into 2.414? Forget about it. Ugly. But here, it's a lot easier to evaluate this approximately. 3 plus 2.828 is about 5.828. That's pretty close. Okay, there you go. Hope that helped. If you have any questions, post a comment.